How would you feel when someone very special to you commits a terrible crime? How? Would you cover their crime or make them face the law? Jealousy and resentment can destroy lives, but kindness and determination leave lasting legacies. Always celebrate the success of others, for their journey may one day inspire your own. And remember, justice may be delayed, but it will always find its way. My name is Amara.
Nneka, a breathtaking, beautiful and intelligent young woman who grew up in a poor but loving family in the eastern part of Nigeria. From childhood, she witnessed her parents toil endlessly on their farm, barely making ends meet. Despite their struggles, they believed in her future and sacrificed everything to put her through school. Moved by their unwavering love, Nneka vowed never to let them suffer again. Determined to change their story, she made a bold decision to move to Lagos and seek a better life. "I will work and continue my education," she said. One bright morning, she woke her family up with a heart full of emotions. As they gathered, she announced her decision to leave for Lagos. Silence fell upon them, and tears welled up in her mother's eyes. "My daughter, will we ever see you again?" she asked, her voice trembling. Her father let out a deep sigh, while her younger sister Oma clung to her tightly, unwilling to let go. Her elder brother Chukwudi, scoffed, shaking his head. "All this education and stress, what has it really changed?" he muttered. But Nneka stood firm. She contacted Amora, her childhood friend who lived in Lagos, and Amora was overjoyed. "Nneka, I've missed you. I can't wait for you to join me," she exclaimed over the phone. For a week, Nneka's parents doubled their efforts on the farm, working under the scorching sun to raise money for her journey. The day of her departure was bittersweet. Her mother sobbed as she held her close. "May God guide you, my daughter," she whispered. Her father, though strong-willed, wiped his eyes discreetly. As the bus departed, Nneka waved at them until they disappeared from sight. Tears streamed down her face, but she remained resolute. Upon arriving in Lagos, Amora welcomed her with open arms. That evening, they laughed, gisted, and shared memories. The night was filled with warmth, until a sudden knock interrupted them. Amora opened the door to find her elder brother, Obiora, standing there unannounced. "Why are you here so late?" she asked, surprised. "Traffic held me back," he said, stepping inside. Obiora's gaze fell on Nneka, and something in his eyes darkened. He pulled Amora aside and whispered, "Who is she? Will she be living here? I came to Lagos to hustle, and I will be staying here with you. She has to leave. I won't be comfortable around her." Amora's heart pounded. "What? That's my friend. She's staying," she protested. "I don't care," Obiora spat before walking away. Amora couldn't bring herself to tell Nneka what had been said, so they continued living together. Obiora made things unbearable, but Nneka remained focused. She soon secured a high-paying job and immediately sent money home. She later moved to a comfortable apartment and took Amora with her, leaving Obiora behind. She also supported Amora, who was struggling financially. Obiora later found a well-paying job, but his envy burned when he saw Nneka's success. When he visited her new home, he forced a smile, pretending to be happy. But resentment brewed in his heart. One fateful morning, Nneka hurried out for work, but her car brakes failed. She lost control, and within moments, tragedy struck. Amora and Obiora rushed to the hospital upon hearing the news. As Nneka lay on the hospital bed, her eyes met Obiora's. A flicker of realization crossed her face. Weakly, she lifted her trembling hand and pointed at him, struggling to speak. But before she could say a word, she took her last breath. Her body was sent home, and her family was shattered by grief. Her mother collapsed upon seeing her lifeless form. "My child, you promised to return," she wailed. Chukwudi clenched his fist, weeping openly. Days later, Amora stumbled upon the CCTV footage from the apartment. Horror gripped her as she watched Obiora tamper with Neka's car brakes. Her hands shook as she took the evidence to the police. "He must face the law," she whispered. "But don't let him know it was me who exposed him." Obiora's betrayer had stolen a shining light from the world, but justice would prevail. The breadwinner had fallen, but her legacy would never be forgotten.